Good morning. Let's take a look at your weather for today. We've got some cloud coverage, just a few just towards the southern part of the Abacos. Most of the clouds lifting off to the north as we have a high pressure. The ridge of the high is moving off towards the east over the Bahamas, and it will be making way for this frontal system that's over northern Texas this morning and will be sliding into the Abacos in the next 48 hours thereabouts as the day progresses. Let's show you in motion how this area of weather has been moving over the past 12 hours. Notice the high pressure is well off to the north. It's sliding down towards the south and then will gradually move off to the east. And as it does, the frontal system will begin to invade the territory left vacant by the high pressure. On our infrared satellite technology, we're seeing just some cloud coverage way up north, some cloud coverage down in the down near Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic. Few clouds down near the southern Bahamas. Some scattered clouds. This is a beautiful day for flying. If you're going out there today, you should be able to see Palm Beach, the coast of Fort Lauderdale. I mean, about 40 miles to the east as you fly out there today. Beautiful from the northern part of Abaco all the way to the east coast of Florida. It's absolutely gorgeous. And of course, flying down towards the nation's capital, there'll be some clouds, but there'll be some breaks as well. Beautiful in the south and central Bahamas with not a great deal of clouds at all. No rain in the forecast for the southern Bahamas. They're showing a 20% chance of a stray shower across the Abacos for today. Nothing showing up on the morning radar. It's beautiful this morning, again, all the way from North Florida down to the southern Bahamas. There's a beautiful start to the morning. Of course, that will change in about 48 hours or so when that frontal system begins to make his way down to the south across this area. For today, the winds are 10 to 15 knots north to northeast in the northern Bahamas. Abaco and Grand Bahama will have 10 to 15 knots. The nation's capital will have 15 knots north-northeast. So will the southern half of Eleuthera. From Governor's Harbor down south, you'll get 15 knots north-northeast, and into the southern Bahamas, 15 knots. So the 10 to 15 will be in Abaco and Grand Bahama, but north of 25 north latitude. 25 north latitude runs just on the south side of Nassau and runs eastward to around Governor's Harbor. So anywhere south of that locale, you'll have 15 knots. Here's your daytime high temperature. Nothing compared to what we had a couple of weeks ago. And when this Christmas front comes down, it will not be all that cold at all. Looking for 69 today is a high in the Abacos, 58 tonight. The nation's capital, 71. The high spot in the southeast Bahamas with 78 on the high side, 68 on the low side. Cool spot coming in today, Grand Bahama, 71 as the high today and 55 tonight as the low. The wind is not that much of a factor. Here's the forecast for tomorrow. You notice the front. It begins to sag down even more. It will accelerate in time. And by Thursday, the front should be just along North Abaco and Grand Bahama. And the winds will be quite different in the northern Bahamas than it is in the central Bahamas. Let's give you what the winds will be tomorrow. They'll be picking up from the northwest, 15 to 20 knots in Abaco and Grand Bahama, slightly less in the nation's capital and further in the southeastern Bahamas. Here's your forecast for Thursday. Look for the winds to become 20 knots from the north. Temperatures will be dipping slightly north of the front. Abaco and Grand Bahama should be north of the front by mid-morning Thursday, and then the nation's capital and the southeast Bahamas will be east of the front. So the weather in the Abacos and Grand Bahama will be very different from it is south of Hole in the Wall. 10 to 15 knots from the north-northeast, east of the front. You'll know when that frontal system goes through your area. You folks in the southeast Bahamas, the winds will clock around rather quickly to the north and produce cooler temperatures as you go. And that's your Thursday forecast. Now, here's your boating forecast for today. If you're going to do any boating today, look for 7 to 9 foot seas across the northern Bahamas. It's still rough out there, 10 to 15 knots north-northeast today with swells. That means ragey conditions occurring at Whale Key. And so boaters, you can get a rogue wave. You negotiate Whale Key Believe me, it will be at your own risk. We'd rather you stay inside or use the high tides and go around Whale Key on the inside of Whale Key. 7 to 9 foot seas in the southeast Bahamas. High tides occurring at 7:49 this morning, low at 2:25 this afternoon, and high 8:05 around the full moon tonight. Of course, if you were up around midnight last night, you would have seen the eclipse, the full lunar eclipse last evening, where the earth shadow blocked the rays of the sun and the moon disappeared behind that shadow. And of course, you won't see the same thing today. No, if you missed it last evening, you just missed it. That's your weather for today, brought to you by our partners at Sky Bahamas Limited, and also our partners at Complete Care Air Conditioning, Brother Zeldon Simmons. Check him out. They've got a great special on Freon and some other air conditioning items. Go and check out Complete Care. They're located in the Sawyers Market building, the old Sawyers Market building on Poppy Lane, just across from Royal Bank. Tell them we sent you there. This is a good time to stock up on air conditioning and refrigeration supplies in the winter. It costs less than in the summer. All right.